All right, welcome. This is our first podcast we're going to be doing, so let's just jump right into it.
Alright, so I'm gonna tell you guys what happened on my Friday night.
Yeah.
So, alright, so it was me and then some buddies, like 3 other guys.
Mm-hmm.
And then we were riding up to Sioux Falls to go to this one girl's house with all her friends at it, right?
Yeah.
So I get in the car, and then my buddy, he gave me a brownie.
Okay.
And then I ate it. Like right away, I ate it in one bite. I shoved the whole thing in my mouth, and then picked out all the crumbs and just ate it like all at once. And then he said like it'll take like an hour and a half to kick in. I was like, all right, sure.
Mm-hmm.
So we were getting there, and I was super worried that like I was gonna be talking to her parents or someone, and I was gonna just start like tripping out, or just getting just super baked while I'm talking with them and just start laughing or something.
Yeah.
But we got there, and then like I talked to the parents for a little bit, and then we just went downstairs. And then we were just sitting there for like 10 minutes, and it was kind of like lame at that point because like all the bitches were just like, we were just talking about like dumb stuff, like dumb girl stuff about like fucking clothes, shoes, like other guys and all that shit, whatever. It's just pretty lame. And then me and all the buddies were talking, and then I was just like laying on like her bed, and it just fucking hit me. Like, it hit me so hard, man. Like, I just started dying laughing, right? Like, I was just, like, hilarious. And, like, they're all, like, really confused what was going on.
Mm-hmm.
And, like,
Did they not know about the brownie?
No, they didn't know. And then, so I moved the other in the room. And, like, I was just, like dying, like, laughing my ass off. And, like, and when I get, like, really baked, I, like, nod like this. Like the whole time, right?
Mm-hmm.
Like, especially when music's playing. Like, I jam out to that shit. So then, like, I just started laughing really hard, and within like a few minutes, they were like, "Are you high?" And then I was like, I just like started laughing, and then they just knew. So like a bunch of shit happened. Like I was just like nodding my head for like a half hour solid, just like jamming out to some tunes that were playing. And then this one bitch that was there like wanted to go do something, and but what happened was, one of like her friends had some handcuffs. What? And like she had her hands behind her back, and she accidentally like handcuffed herself.
What?
So then like the
was
girls,
she messed up at all?
she's like, no, she's like a normal girl.
No,
Was she sober?
Was she sober?
Yeah, I was like the only one there
Damn.
that was like fucked up. But no, she managed to handcuff herself, like hands behind the back.
How did she do that?
And like fucking, she was just being a dumb bitch. Like she was like, oh, I wonder how this works, and she just managed to cuff herself.
What?
And then her friend had the keys, and they gave the keys to me.
Oh,
and I was just, like baked up my ass, and see, like they knew that like I've done like that fucking weird ass like 50 Shades of Grey shit with girls, right? So like you got to do that shit to her, right? And I just started dying, and then I was like, and she's like, I'm not doing this, I don't do this, and like I would not give up. Like, I would not uncuff her, dude. Like, not at all. And, like, she was getting pissed and shit. I was like, you better start listening to me. You're gonna get these cuffs off. And, like, you're gonna treat me with some respect, And, like, yeah, shit like that. And then I was like, all right, first thing, you gotta have or you're gonna get blindfolded, right? So, like, one of her friends took, like, a bandana that they had, and they tied it around, like, her eyes. And then, like, she was just laying in the bed. She's like, I can't do this. And then she would like try to like pull it off. She would like, so she was like this, right, with her hands behind her back, and she like put like her face on the bed sheet, so like it'll move the blindfold off without her actually touching it. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So then she did that. She's like, I can't do that. I'm claustrophobic, and I just died. Like I was laughing I was just laughing my ass off, and everyone was so confused. I was like, oh, I gotta explain why it was so funny. I was like, this bitch is afraid of Santa Claus. And everyone just started like just dying. And so like minutes passed, we were all just like laughing and shit, and then I was like still just nodding and stuff. And then she's like, I gotta get off these handcuffs. I was like, all right, you gotta put the blindfold on, and you gotta lay on the bed, and you gotta like wiggle your ass for me, I said that shit to her, yeah.
Whoa.
And then she's like, I'm not doing that. And she was just like bitching about it for 5 minutes. I'm like, all right, you're not getting these blindfolds off. Or I mean, your handcuffs off, excuse me. And then
like, were they like real, like,
yeah, like
cop
legit
handcuffs?
like legit handcuffs.
Like metal ass ones.
Yeah, like the girl who had them is like, she's like funny as fuck, but she's like really weird.
Mm-hmm.
and yeah, she just had him with keys.
She had him for a reason, bro.
Dude, it's I don't know. It's feel like bitches are all into that 50 Shades of Grey shit. Like they all want to be like dominated or whatever. It's just weird,
It's in their genes, man.
Yeah, something like that. But anyways, back to what happened. We can talk about that later. But so I had her on the bed, and she like had given up. She was like she was gonna do what I was gonna say, right? She wanted these cuffs off. So it's like she got on the bed and started doing all this shit, and like I thought it was really funny, the whole like claustrophobic thing. So I was like, all right. I was like, you have to say, thank you, Master Santa Claus. I want to be your ho ho ho. And like, I just started laughing. And she's like, I'm not saying that. And then I got her to say it, and it was so funny because she was like, she had the blindfold on, right?
Yeah.
And she was like, none of you guys better be recording this. Like, I was like, I look at the ground because I was just like, you know, just so high. And then like I got up, I looked around. Everyone had their phone out.
Jeez.
Everyone had their phone out. I was like, that's really funny. Like the one girl has like the whole video of it. It's like 18 minutes long about everything that happened. Yeah.
My God.
Yeah. So then she was like kept being like a bitchy and shit, and she's like, I'm not gonna do that. And then I was like, every time she would reject what I was gonna say, I added something else to it, right?
Mm-hmm.
I had her say more shit.
What?
And then I was like, all right, so you're gonna like put your face into the bedsheet, you're gonna wave your ass for me up in the air, and then I'm gonna whisper something in your ear.
Whoa.
So then so then it all got quiet, and I just sat there. Like I just kept sitting in my chair, and she was flipping shit. She was like, who's behind me? She was like freaking out. Like no one was behind her. Like she was just like freaking out because of it, you know?
Yeah.
And then so like I got up after like 2 minutes or something, and I walked over to her. Like I lifted up her shirt so I could see like her butt better. And, like she still had like pants on, like yoga pants, you know?
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
But I did that, and then like I got over to her. I got really close to her, and then I started laughing, right? I would like, but it was like, I was trying to hide my laugh, so I was trying to make this dramatic. So like, I would get closer, and I'd go like this, and be like, put my face into my sleeve, and be like, you know, like that kind of thing. And I did that like 5 times. And then I got into her, I was like, this is my swamp. And then like, I backed off, and then like, everyone was just dying with laughter, right?
Mm-hmm.
And then,
like everyone knew that you were like kind of not sober or what?
Yeah, everyone knew that I was like baked off my ass pretty much. Yeah, because then like people were playing songs and shit, and I was like dancing really funny, and just, like I was just nodding and shit. Yeah, and then I pretty much had her do some more shit, and like I would not break. Like she was trying to like break me. She kept on saying like, I'm not gonna do this, I'm not gonna do this, I'm not gonna do this, but she kept on doing it, you know?
Yeah.
And then like yeah, like then she like said she would give me all this shit. I was like, no. She's like, I'll give you a lap dance, I'll give you like money, I'll do all this shit.
Jeez.
I was like, that's not what I want. Like I had myself on lockdown, you know? And then yeah, like the last thing I had her do was like, all right, you have to get on your knees in front of me, and you have to say, thank you, this is what I wanted. And then like that took her the longest to do. Like she was willing to do anything but that. But then she did it, and then like she got like the whole things off, and then like she was walking around, she's acting all pissed and shit, and then like she slapped me on the back really hard. But, like I didn't even care. Like I was like, oh,
unhandcuffed at this point.
Yeah. And then it was funny because like for the rest of the night, she was like really liked me.
That's
like,
how girls work. Man.
Yeah, like she was like super friendly. Like we went out to eat at DQ, and then like she like was like sitting by me and like was like laughing at me and stuff, you know. Yeah, it was weird.
Damn.
Yeah, fucking bitches are just weird like that.
Damn, that's weird, dude. She like how you just, I don't know, you know what I mean? Like
yeah, like
you just had her
I don't know,
like
it's just how bitches are. They're just fucking weird, you know.
Yeah, dude. That's
just crazy.
Yeah. You're lucky we don't have like a feminist in this little podcast right now. That'd be pretty fucked up.
Yeah, like sexist, all that shit.
I don't know if they'd like hearing that, man.
No. That's always like funny though. It's like that's what they would like want.
Because
like,
really, they're never gonna say it, but deep down,
yeah.
I think they really want it.
It's like the worst ones.
That's how their brands work, dude. That's like for animals and shit too. Like that all applies to them.
Have you ever seen
Does not.
like that shit where like the feminists will have like these like little like I forgot what it's called, like where they get a bunch of people assembly almost like, and then like
Oh yeah.
you know what I'm talking about?
They just bitch the whole time.
Yeah, and they'll like they'll
Sure
chop
fast.
up cucumbers like
Mhm.
hating
What?
like yeah, they're like
That's crazy.
They going deep.
yeah, they like chop up cucumbers like we hate men, they fucking suck, and just it's
And
crazy.
Literally, they're just the
Yeah.
laughing stocks of the fucking internet.
Like that's the thing. Like everyone fucking hates them, and like colleges have a shit ton of them. You know.
Yeah, dude.
See that? You know, what's his name? Like it's like Milo Yiannopoulos or whatever. It was on the news. He's like kind of famous kind of now.
I've
But
never
anyway,
heard
like he hates feminism, hates
Yeah.
like leftist, you know, like social. Like,
So he's a normal guy.
right.
of
Yeah, exactly. But he goes on tours to like colleges,
Mhm.
and he basically just says like feminism is shit and like all this stuff. Right?
Yeah.
But he went to this one college, I think it was like Berkeley or something like that in Cali,
Yeah.
and they fucking rioted over it. Like there was fires. They put the thing started on fire.
Because
You can
he
look it up.
was
They-
speaking
'cause
out
they,
against
like,
feminism.
They get it like that riled up over it. Oh yeah,
What the fuck?
yeah,
Damn, bro.
That's crazy.
yeah.
They're always chirping men for starting violence, but look at them.
Yeah, for real.
They're in
They're
deep.
burning fucking shit down because
Well,
of that.
Well, like it wasn't just like like women.
Okay.
It was like all like the like leftist guys and shit. You know.
Okay.
You know what I mean by
That
that?
makes
Like
sense.
What's leftist?
it's like. How do I put it?
They're
It's
kind of
like
on their
so
side.
like fucking like conservatives believe like it's about like the individual, you know,
Uh huh.
pretty much, and like the family. That's what holds society together.
Yeah.
And like liberals kind of believe that like society should care for the individual.
Mhm.
So like conservatives like be like, yeah, fucking welfare sucks, right?
Yeah.
And then liberals be like, oh no, we need more welfare. We need more welfare. We need to take care of more people. All this stuff, you know, all
Mhm.
these programs. Yeah,
That makes sense.
it's crazy. Like it's fucking. I swear, like all these new like middle schoolers and shit I see, like they're all into it now. You know, like,
Yeah,
fucking
middle school's that age where
Dude, it's
like,
crazy.
weird as
Like,
fuck.
easy
think about like
influence.
what like our generation of middle schoolers.
Yeah.
Like when we're middle schoolers, like
Yeah.
we were like shy. We like we just like played with
We were,
dolls
like-
and shit and like
yeah,
Now-
like gaming cards. And now they're like on Musically, fucking showing their tits
Yes.
off,
right.
and, like,
Setting it up.
fucking trying to show their ass
Yeah.
off. Like that Catch Me Outside girl. How she was like fucking 13, wasn't she, or some
Yeah,
shit like
bro,
that?
She has some
Crazy.
knockers though.
no,
not
you
gonna
know,
lie.
you know about that. You know how like bitches have like Finstas, right, or fake Instagrams.
Yes.
Yeah.
know
They
about
have
it.
that shit. No, like they promote like slutting it up basically.
Oh, yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like Jim or like this guy like was showing me about like this one chick's Finsta,
Mm-hmm.
and it was all pictures of her like fucking just hoeing it up, like showing off her body.
Mm-hmm.
She's like just putting a finger in her mouth, like doing all
What?
that, you know, like
Damn.
sexual shit. And this is for other bitches to see. And like I was telling him, like, yeah, it's weird as fuck. Like I was with this one girl, and you know we were like getting it on, right?
Yeah.
And when we were done, she wanted me to take a picture of her like topless,
Uh-huh.
like kind of covered with like a blanket,
Whoa.
and one of my Donald Trump hats on, right?
What?
She
and
wanted you to take a picture.
She wanted me to take a picture for her Finsta. I was like, that's the dumbest thing I've ever heard.
What?
Like,
Shows
why would
himself.
you put that on social media?
For
And
real.
like to her, it was like a good fucking thing,
Yeah.
right? It was like
That's so dumb.
fucking like popularity, right?
Mm-hmm.
It was weird.
Dude, I just like got a friend request from this girl. Here, I'll show you. But like so many people are like friends with her, like from our school. It's crazy. Here, hold on, let me load it. It's so fucked.
Like from where is she?
I have no idea. Like I
Could
literally
be
like
fake.
checked
Well,
my.
that's- I don't
It's
know.
totally fake, but she's like totally nude in like all her pictures and shit.
It's
Oh,
weird.
God.
It's fucked.
Some little goon from here, I bet.
Well, I don't know. Fucking women do that shit. Like, you know, all the women like follow each other on Instagram.
Yeah.
They'll follow like all that fucking
Like, they'll follow,
beauty
like,
shit and all that
They'll fall like
sexual shit. you
yeah,
know?
dude, that's crazy.
Yeah. Yeah, like this one bitch I was with, would always like DM me on Instagram
Mm-hmm.
all these like super sexual stuff from like just Instagram accounts.
And then she like
I was
hit-
like, you follow this? I was like, that's kind of weird, you know?
yeah.
It's like I don't like most guys on Instagram, like they'll follow like sports or like cars or like
Yeah, that's what I do. That's
memes,
literally my
right?
page.
Like I don't really do that. I follow like just like people, you know.
Uh-huh.
But I mean that's what some people do, or most what guys do. But no, it's like bitches. They follow these like fucking sexual shit, and it's just weird.
For real. Like, no, it was weird because I follow this account on Instagram, right? There was just like these random people, like it was like a girl snowboarders, like,
Right.
but like they just pick like awesome pictures of them snowboarding. So like I followed them, and then all of a sudden they posted a picture, right, of them like covering their chest, but like naked, like from the top up. And then, like, they covered their chest so, like, you couldn't see their nipples, but you could, like, see, like, around their boobs and stuff.
Oh, yeah.
And, like, they got a shit ton of followers from that and a shit ton of likes.
Yeah.
And legit, after that, every single picture is them topless with snowboards.
It's a business, yeah.
It's just, like, it's fucked. I'm, like, almost tempted to unfollow
like,
it.
You can make a business off of an Instagram page now.
Right?
Like, you know, fucking Dan Blazarian.
Oh, dude.
You know him on Instagram?
I have buddies that have hung out with them.
Really?
Yeah.
That's crazy.
I have a buddy that went to a party with them. Turns out that fucker, he doesn't have any friends.
Really?
I guess he was in at this party. He was just hanging around a bunch of gold diggers.
Yeah.
Just like taking pictures by himself
Yeah,
and stuff.
but, like,
acting like his life is lit when I guess a lot of people just fucking hate him, but
damn.
it's not how it shows up in the
Wait, so who's this guy? What does he do?
So he's on like on Instagram. He's like a ton of followers, right?
Yeah.
All his pictures, he's doing like crazy shit, like partying, you know, like
Guns,
snowboarding,
bitches,
shooting guns, yeah, bitches,
yachts,
money,
all that.
yeah, all that shit. And basically, like he like that's his job is to do that, like party and all
Yeah.
that.
And he gets,
shit.
like, sponsored by, like, companies?
He gets sponsored, right?
Yeah.
You
And
wanna
like
know
they'll
first?
pay him big bucks, like big bucks if like you put a post on Instagram with our product on it, you tag us, like we'll pay you all this
yeah.
money.
Yeah, right?
The rich
Yeah.
just keep getting richer doing that. You wanna know how he got rich, bro?
Gambling.
He claims it was all from poker, but it turns out his dad was fucking loaded.
Yeah, he
And
was a trust fund.
He
Trust
totally
fund, baby.
scummed his dad. His dad went to jail.
Really?
tried
And he
saying-
took all that
Yeah.
money?
He
I
got
know.
a
I read
lot. And yeah.
here's what happened. Like I read about it, like him on Wikipedia.
Mm-hmm.
So he's a trust fund kid. So you know, he was a little kid. His dad gave him a trust fund. His dad, was, if you know anything about like corporations,
Mm-hmm.
he was a big investor in corporations, and what he would do is called corporate takeover. And like it doesn't really happen that much today because of like new laws and all that shit, new like corporate procedures.
Mm-hmm.
But basically, it happened in like the 70s, 80s, and all that. But what he would do is like he'd buy a shit ton of shares of a company, so he'd have a ton of like shareholder power.
Yeah.
So he would always vote for the corporation to do things that would up his share price, right? So like he'd make the company like commit suicide, but it would make like the share price go way up.
Yeah.
So since he had so much like stock in the company,
He just
after
sell all
he
that.
would he would sell it, and the company would just be fucked, you know. And that's what he like got rich.
So he like
right?
fucked over companies, like
Yeah.
big corporate
Prison.
companies.
And then like he went to jail for it and shit. But like he set up trust funds for his kids. Him and his brother they're all rich and shit. 'Cause
Yeah.
of
Wait,
it.
why'd he go to the jail? Because like he just bought a shit ton of stocks, though. You know what I mean?
Like new laws.
Damn.
Yeah, it was illegal, but like he still practiced
Yeah.
it, you know.
That Dan Bilzerian, he was in the military, got kicked out.
Yeah, he did Navy SEAL training twice.
Really?
With I think I watched a podcast with him too. He had broken legs during
What?
it too. Yeah, he's tough as a rock, dude.
Yeah. Why do you know why he got kicked out again? It's something really stupid.
He said one of the officers hated his ass or something.
He got kicked out
And then-
twice?
Yeah,
Damn.
And
but
then,
like he thinks it's a good thing though.
oh yeah, he
Because
went
because now he's doing the whole partying shit.
Yeah.
And he said in the podcast that like 50% of the guys that were in his Navy SEAL class, they're all dead now.
Like suicide or what?
No,
or like just from war?
operations. Yeah.
Want to
Damn.
hear something crazy? After that, he went to college, and he claims he's making $90,000 a week from gambling, like poker. So he said, "Fuck college."
So he like dropped out of college or what?
Yeah, he said, "Fuck it, man. When you're making a ton of money, what's the point of going to college? You know."
Yeah.
So he already
It's
had a shit ton
crazy.
of money, and then he like...
no, like
He did.
no. Well, like he had his trust fund obviously, but like he went to Vegas. I think he said with like $9,000, and then he gambled his way up to like 100 million.
Really?
Yeah.
Yeah.
100
But-
million?
Yeah.
High stakes poker.
Crazy
man.
life.
How the
Well, he said it was like before like professional poker was like a thing. Like no one knew the game, right?
Yeah.
So like he would just beat people because he was
Oh.
just good at it. Because like there was a lot of newcomers to it, you know.
Yeah.
A lot of like rich people at it, all that shit.
Yeah.
And then like the game wasn't set up right, and then he just won. It's crazy.
Yeah.
But, like that's gotta be you guys know how to play poker?
I do.
I do.
Yeah.
I
Like,
used
that's
to.
fucking
You
insane.
shake.
I used to hang out with a
Rich,
couple friends, and we'd like get quarters and shit,
Right.
and like we just play poker with the quarters.
Yeah. It's intense. Like think about high level, dude. You're dealing with like millions of dollars.
Yeah, like one
I
fucking
lose
plate,
that.
one
Lose
like
that.
little chip is like worth $1 million
Yeah.
or some shit. That's fucking crazy.
Yeah. It's like
It's
you
so
got so
weird.
many things to think about too. You gotta be like, what are the
Oh,
odds
yeah.
of me winning? What are their cards?
Exactly.
Are they
Like, you have to think,
bluffing,
like,
know?
Yeah.
You have to like look at the table and like think of what you have, right, and see if that's like the highest possible thing you can get. If not, you're fucking folding. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Or you can like try to buy out the pot, but like so many people try to buy out the pot.
Yeah.
And then there's that one guy that just has like a fucking good ass hand, and then you're just fucking screwed because you try to buy out the pot.
Right.
Oh yeah, dude. It's fun
No,
when you get it's fun when you get a good hand and you keep squeezing money out of people.
Yeah. You just
Like,
know you're gonna win, and then
yeah.
keep going.
I love it when people have shitty ass hand and then they just keep going.
It's act
Yeah.
tough. It's an ego thing, dude. They try to.
I don't think it's an ego
It's a
thing.
pride
It's
thing.
like it's like to buy
Pride.
out their pot, buy the pot out.
That's the thing. Like,
Yeah.
if you're playing with the right people, like it's easy to scum them out of money.
Yeah.
Because like what I do is like I'll throw a bunch of money and I'll start like laughing in their face, you know.
Yeah.
And they get like, I'm gonna beat this kid, right? This guy's a shit hand. He's faking me, and I pull out like I have a fucking 4 of a kind or something, you know.
Yeah.
You just get wrecked.
Damn.
It's crazy.
Yeah, poker's a fuck game.
Did you guys see that the fucking thing that the government released, that THC or some shit like that, like kills cancer cells?
Yeah,
Yeah.
it's a big fucking deal, dude.
Yeah.
That's
I was talking to a buddy, right, and he said like he doesn't believe that shit. Like he's like, well, that there's gotta be like the government's totally behind that. You know what I mean? Like they're totally like trying to benefit
know.
from saying that.
Yeah. I don't know. I mean, it's like it's not all good though. Like a lot of like stoners make it out to be like the best thing in the world, you know, but it's not.
Yeah.
if you're
like-
productive,
But
and you're a
it's
stoner-
not like that bad, you know.
Nah, dude. Like Wiz Khalifa, he started smoking weed at a young age, but his parents didn't really care since he's really productive while doing it. Look how successful he is, dude.
It's just like
Some people just think you get lazy on it.
think of the consequence of cigarettes to like marijuana, and like you'll get like lung cancer, and like it's really harsh on your lungs and shit. And then like, or like just look at it like to like marijuana to alcohol, like you know what I mean? Like alcohol's just almost a poison to your brain.
Right.
And then like well, the thing with THC, it just raises dopamine in your brain, which is already pre-existent in your brain. So it just makes you happy, and like it kills pain. Like I know people that actually like when they get sick and shit, they'll smoke weed and like they'll like feel really good because like it raises their pain tolerance and like just helps them be happy and like totally like negates the sickness.
Dude, well, this is kind of off that topic, but you want to know something that's like really crazy that I wonder about it is like I wonder if like there's some like forces that are making sure it's illegal, right? Because like think about it, like
That's
think about
true.
how rich all these fucking drug lords are.
Exactly.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like if it was illegal, they'd be out of a job. Like there goes all their fucking nice ass cars or houses
For,
or like,
uh,
private zoos.
Like
all
they,
that shit.
they got to be like paying the government officials to like be
Yeah,
like,
like
keep this
something's-
illegal.
Something's up, yeah.
You wanna
That's
hear
what I
something
wonder.
funnier?
What?
So I looked it up. I'm sure you guys might know this, but like when it first became illegal, the government said if you smoke this, it's like a brainwash, and it makes you get on the Mexican side,
Oh yeah.
like take the Mexican side,
Or like they made it give like if you do this you're like a hippie and you're like
that
you know,
too.
not, like,
Yeah.
productive
Oh yeah,
or whatever.
they thought like they're like trying to deface hippies because
yeah,
they're like
trying to
anti-war.
yeah.
Yup.
Trying to get rid of
Mhm.
the
They're
military industrial
Against
complex.
peace, man. Doesn't make sense. Imagine if the whole world was doing it and everyone was just peaceful. There wouldn't be a problem, really.
Exactly.
Well, that was the
There'd
other
still
thing.
be, but-
Like that was the other thing that they did. Like they like paid like hippies, right?
Uh-huh.
They like paid them to do like
Like they're
like
like
orgies and like drugs and all that
That's
shit.
like
Damn.
fuckheads.
It's like today, you know how they have like paid protesters?
yeah,
Like
mhm.
people that are paid
Yep.
to cause violence and
Yeah.
like stuff to make shit look bad.
Yeah,
They
dude.
did the same thing with like the hippies, you know?
just to deface them
Yeah.
for the public.
Yeah.
Do you guys ever think like in the future there will be something more powerful than the government in this world ever?
You mean like
Possible?
you mean
Like,
like,
what do you mean?
aliens or something or like
anything.
Like something
Since the
more
government's
powerful than the
obvi-
government?
The government knows everything. They're the head of everything. They're behind a ton of shit. What if there's
Well, it's
someone
like-
higher than that?
It's like
But you
like,
that's
what
in
these
this world.
people are. No, like the UN is like corrupt. Pretty much. Like the UN, the EU are all like kind of like they're like fucked basically. Like they're like corrupt basically.
Really?
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's like globalism.
Yeah. Fuck.
Or you know like what's it called? The World Bank. You ever heard of that?
Uh-uh.
So basically like what the World Bank is they'll give these loans to like super undeveloped countries, right?
Mhm.
And the idea is it'll like help them start up because like oh they can build like schools, hospitals, roads,
Mhm.
businesses, whatever, right? But like a lot of time they just fuck the countries over because of it, and then they have no way to repay the debt.
Yeah.
And like that's why like I don't remember what it was or what the guy's name was. Like he worked at the World Bank, and he was like a top guy, and he resigned. He's like I can't do this anymore. It's like too corrupt, you know.
Mhm.
It's
Really?
like he's fucking countries' lives over and all that shit. It's crazy.
It's good to think about like the world debt, you know what I mean?
Like what?
Like the world's debt, like everyone owes everyone money, and literally if
Yeah.
everyone asked for all their money back, like it'd pretty much be World War III, you know what I mean? Because like there's no way that we could all like because like we have $17 billion in debt, right? Or
it's like
trillion, trillion, yeah.
It's like
Yeah.
a disaster.
And then like, but like think how much money we loan to other countries. You know what I'm saying?
yeah,
And like
That's true.
every country would just go bankrupt.
yeah, it's fucking crazy ass system though.
Yeah, dude. World's fucking crazy, man.
Yeah.
So you think about who's behind it all, you know? It's like throughout like human history, like people have always wanted to just dominate, you know, like rule over everyone.
Yeah.
It's still true today.
Exactly.
Like
Like the
That's
Roman
the thing about,
Empire,
like,
like
that's a
they
thing in our
fucking took
genes,
over
dude.
everything. Holy shit. You know what I mean?
yeah. It's like yeah, it's just crazy.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Imagine if it was a girl leader, though. Probably wouldn't have happened.
Dude, no.
Just kidding.
Like dude, I'll forever be against fucking girl leaders, man.
Yeah. So like you're like totally
It's like-
anti-Hillary Clinton.
Oh yeah. Any female leader I'm pretty much against. It doesn't matter.
Like even
What
if
they
their
believe in.
views are like the same.
They,
It's
like- See the problem is though, is like women will like here's what they do. Like if a choice feels good for them, they'll do it. They don't give a shit. Like if it feels right, they'll do it. It doesn't matter what the choice is. You know, it could be like cheating, right? It's fucking wrong. But it feels good, so they do it.
damn.
And you have that in power. Like you have that fucking
So
powerful
like
ass
it
woman
leads to
doing that.
corruption almost.
Or yeah, or like mistakes, and like women will like they'll fucking never admit that they're wrong, you know?
True.
Like never ever.
True.
I've never
It's-
had a woman tell me like, yeah, I'm sorry, I was wrong. It's like always like my fault or something, you know?
Totally.
Exactly.
Bullshit, yeah.
Yeah.
It's like, you know, it's your fault I cheated on you. You weren't like
You weren't there for
fucking-
me.
yeah, or whatever.
Yeah.
It's a little shit, you know?
Fuck.
Yeah, dude.
They're like they'll never give you the straight answer.
Hmm.
Like when I was up in the cities and that like one bitch I was with ditched me, like it wasn't her fault. Like, oh,
Yeah,
it
that's
wasn't
what
my
she tried
fault
saying.
that like I had to do this and this and this and oh no. It's like that's the thing with guys. Like if I fuck up so bad, you know, I'm like,
Oh.
dude, I'm sorry, man. Like I was a fucking douchebag.
Oh, yeah.
Like, dude, will you
Bruh.
forgive me?
Yeah, exactly.
Like I did that like a few years back with one of my friends, dude. Like I just like fucked him over with a girl because I was like just thirsty at the time, you know.
Yeah.
Dude, I felt like just such a piece of shit over it, and
Yeah,
I was like, bro, like I'm so sorry, man.
Yeah. The other thing about girls is, man, is like they never get over shit. They hold grudges if they get some
Oh,
shit
yeah.
with a friend
Yeah.
or something. But guys, though, you can get in a fight with your buddy,
Yeah,
or next day you'll be buddies again.
yeah.
For
Kind of crazy how like our heads work like
It's
that.
like, yeah, it's like bitches like they can just not be friends for like years on end, you know.
Yeah.
Like I was with this one girl and like we were gonna go snowmobiling, and then she would not go, like because this other girl was gonna be there, and they were like best friends in like elementary
Yeah.
school and shit. And no, like they hadn't talked for like 2 years now. And
Whoa.
she would not go if she was going. It's just weird.
Yeah, dude. The other night, the other thing about girls is, I was with this chick and she didn't want to go hang out with these other girls because she was intimidated by them.
Oh
She was
yeah,
actually intimidated.
that's
Like,
weird, man.
it's kind of weird how girls work. And then I ended up telling the girls that they were like the scary girls or whatever. I ended up telling them about it, and they took fucking pride in it. They were proud of it.
Really?
I swear to
Yeah.
God, she was like, "Huh,
That's no, like
pretty cool.
girls are fucking like that, man.
that's some
It's
crazy
like
shit."
You know what's
like you know what girls hate like more than anything, dude? Fucking other girls.
Yeah, honestly.
They
Yeah.
do. Like
It's fucking crazy.
yeah,
You know what's-
like they will just like dish people because another chick is like prettier than them or something, you know?
it's kind of
Oh,
like
It's weird.
it's kind of like off topic, but like kind of goes to the other. But like it's kind of crazy, like almost like rituals, like of like guy like in like tribes in like Africa or some shit, like what they
Right.
have to do to like get the girl, or the girl has to do to get the guy. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
It's so different here. It's like,
You just like go out and get a girl, but like in like they have to wear like neck things or like
Oh,
they get
yeah.
pierces or some shit.
Or like that, and like in China or whatever, when they had that fucking bound feet, their feet
Yeah.
got
That's
fucked
fucked
up.
up.
For that.
That's
yeah,
fucked up.
that's
That's-
crazy.
that's
You ever see
dumb.
pictures of that?
It's
That's for like
gross.
ballet and shit.
well, yeah, it's
And,
beauty
like,
in their country. That's seen as
Their
beauty.
toes are literally like
Yeah.
on top of each other
It's
and
like-
shit.
Yeah, it's fucking weird, man.
I remember reading a book about that in fucking school and like seeing pictures of that.
Yeah, I
so
remember that
gr-
too.
so gross.
I wonder if those people look at us and like
Think we're weird.
they think we're weird because women.
Exactly.
What do they do to make themselves look pretty? Like, what's a sign of
Makeup.
beauty here?
Yeah,
lot of
for-
makeup.
Makeup,
A
like
thick
fucking
ass.
nice boobs, you know,
Yeah.
shit like that.
And like that image here, man. I swear, it's like you have to be like super skinny. That's kind of a big deal. Like,
It probably isn't healthy though.
oh no, it's not healthy at all. It's just like all
Like,
these modeling
Yeah.
places.
Like
that-
if you're a guy, you can like if you don't look you don't have looks, like you can like work out, get a nice body that'll help.
Oh,
You can
yeah.
like make a fuck ton of money. Just bitches will like you. But like if you're a bitch, dude, and if like you're not hot, or if like you can't like
Yeah.
raise a family or like cook or anything, dude, you're just kind of boned,
kind
you
of
know?
fucked. Like,
Yeah,
you're really gonna have to step up to the plate then yourself if you're not like,
yeah. That's just what guys want, you know.
yeah.
It's like it's just how we are.
It's kind of crazy to think about like culture diversity. You know what I mean? Like it's so much different in like different places. Like even
It
like if you
is.
drive like 3 hours away, it's so much different.
Literally, I
Yeah.
moved half an hour away to here, and it feels like I fucking moved to another country.
Yeah,
That's
It's
crazy.
really weird.
Yeah,
It's
it is
really
weird.
weird.
You're a small town, big town. It's crazy.
It's funny because I was kind of in a small town before, just not as small, but still, like the culture here, man. People talk way different.
Yeah.
Plus, like you moved from like not really like this is a big farm town. You know what I mean? And like
Exactly.
you moved from like I don't even know what Brandon would be.
we had some farmers, like we had that group, but we also had like every other kind of group. Here, it's like half the fucking school is like farmers wearing cowboy
Yeah.
boots and shit.
And like something goes down, man, everyone knows about it.
Oh, that sucks.
it's
I
like-
hate that.
And it's like there's nothing happens here, so all the news stories are just jokes.
Yeah.
It's like what, like, oh, it was a few weeks ago. One of the fucking news articles was about like a fucking chair tipped over. Like,
Yeah, like, balanced.
Yeah.
I seen
nothing else happen.
Yeah, I seen people in the school do that, and
It
like,
was
legit the like
it was
the
like,
news
what?
people are like taking pictures of that, and then made
That's
a
a
story
fucking-
about
Like
that.
that's how bad it is.
It's a joke,
like
man.
nothing
Like,
happens.
I swear, people here probably care like more about what's going on in this town, like all the gossip and shit, than like
Oh,
what's
yeah.
going out in the world, like what actually matters.
Especially the
You know what I
bitches,
mean?
man. That's
Yeah.
what bitches care about.
Do you remember like when that murder happened like way back in the day, and like that was like a big thing for like
Oh,
2
yeah.
years,
Yeah.
Yeah, dude. Like
and then that one guy he like got super drunk and then fell asleep and died of like the
hypothermia.
hypothermia.
Damn.
You didn't hear about that?
No.
That he like he passed out right in front of one of the teachers' houses.
Holy shit.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's a big deal here. Like in a like imagine like if we went to a bigger school, that'd be
No
like
one give a shit.
maybe like
That
maybe
happened
people
like
talk
every
about it
day.
for maybe like a day,
Oh, okay.
and
That's
then like
whatever,
after
you
that,
know.
no one gives a fuck.
Yeah.
They don't care who gets in trouble. They don't care
No.
about any of that. Here, like you have a fucking reputation.
Yeah, for real. You're
It's
gonna
a big like your reputation is the
It is
biggest
a big
part
fucking
here.
deal, man. You just think about like some of the people that have bad reps here, like no one wants to fuck with them, you know?
The
No
shitty
one wants
part
to be
is,
around
you
them.
know everyone in town, wherever you go, you know that they know what you've done.
Yeah.
So some shit got out about you in the town. Everyone just like sees you, looks at you as could be a good person, could be a bad person.
That's the other thing though, it's like if you're not a part of that group, then like no one gives a fuck about you, you know?
Exactly.
That's what I don't like about this place. It's like I can't wait till out of high school when all like the popular bitches get like fucking fat and shit, and it's like, you know,
Yeah, fuck.
and all the guys get like dad bods and we're just nobodies.
Yeah.
'Cause it's like,
They
yeah,
get beer guts.
yeah, nasty and shit, man.
I feel like way down the road, a lot of people in this town might actually hit them and be like, why the fuck did I ever care about that?
No, like yeah, that's crazy.
Hopefully
to me.
that hits them someday. I really hope it does.
Like how like a lot of like, remember Homecoming?
Yes.
Pretty much a lot of the people wanted to go to college, then come right back to Laverne. Like you're gonna live in this
See?
like the same corner
Yeah.
of your
dude.
life for like
If somebody came up
forever.
and told me like I'm gonna live here the rest of my life,
I'd be like,
I'd probably-
fuck, man.
I'd probably put a gun to my head. Not gonna lie.
I mean, like it's not bad. Like it's like
No.
kind of like private. I mean, there's like a lot of like open grass and shit, you know, like country and land.
Yeah.
But it's like you haven't experienced anything, you know.
Exactly. Like
It's like there's like a whole fucking
Yeah.
world.
people
out there,
that
you
only
know?
like stay in Laverne, they're like totally missing out on like.
Just think about it. Just
Think
living
how much
here,
shit
growing up
life
here,
has.
dying here.
No, I can't. I
It's
couldn't
like-
do it.
Yeah, I don't even want to think about.
I just
that.
gotta like see the world, you know.
For real.
Yeah, fuck. I don't even want to travel and come back. I literally just want to leave
Yeah.
and like, yeah.
I don't know.
Put
I
it
just
behind.
I don't like
Sure.
the people here.
You know,
Though.
close the yearbook, turn to the next page, next chapter of my
Yeah.
life.
Exactly.
Yeah, man. That's the thing, dude. I think high school is like one of the worst fucking ideas ever made.
What do you mean?
Think
You
about
get
like
all
you
this
get
a ton of
fucking
hormones.
like locked
Think about
up in this place for like 18 years, you know. Like, well, not exactly, but pretty close. And like
Yeah.
the stuff you're taught is like propaganda, basically.
Oh yeah, dude.
It's like none of it. Like, think about like they fucking teach like global warming in school.
yeah,
That's just not true.
yeah,
Like that's, and it's like all this other shit. Like, fucking I was taking college classes, you know,
Yeah.
all the textbooks. It's like just ridiculous. All the bias in there, you know.
Yeah.
It's like all the school is like
Yeah.
super like liberal Democrat, you know, shit like that.
it's funny.
The teachers in the school too are just, oh my god, dude.
The shitty part is
They're all Democrats.
Yeah, dude, and I swear most of them have like power complexes. You know what I mean?
Power complexes.
Like what I mean by it is like they just expect like everyone to just listen to them, you know.
oh, I
And
know.
like when that doesn't happen, like
they flip
they
out.
they flip shit. So that's what happened today in calculus. So like there's this one guy
Mm-hmm.
who got the tests are 4 questions.
yeah.
And you can get a 1 to a 4. 4 is the max, 1 is the min.
Okay.
If you get a 4, it means like you understand the topic. It's called standards based, right?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So this one guy got like he got every question right except the one, like the very first one. It's just like an algebra mistake.
Yeah.
Like simple math, he just fucked up on. It was a mistake, but he got everything else, which meant like he understood the topic, you know.
Mm-hmm.
So then, like he was like really pissed about it, and he got a 2 out of 4, which means like he had to retake it. Like that's like failing it, right?
Yeah.
And then today, one of his table mates gets it. He gets the same problem wrong,
Okay.
but he got a 3,
What?
and it's just because like the teacher liked him more, pretty much.
Yeah. Fucking.
And like
hate
he
that.
went over to the teacher, and they got in like a huge fucking fight. They went in the hallway about it, like yelling at each other and shit.
Jesus.
And then like she went back in, and, like she's just fucking pissed, you know. And he went to the principal, and she was like flipping shit. He's like, this is just ridiculous, you know.
Yeah.
Like the teachers, man, it's just crazy.
Yeah, dude. High school's kind of a fucking joke. Can't wait to get out.
Yeah.
So, what do you think of it?
Just like high school, or like,
Yeah.
yeah, I think.
How
it's
would you describe
fucking
high
awful.
school in one word?
Shit.
Bro.
How?
Useless.
Like you're given like it's just like criminal, you know. It's like if you're a guy, it's like what I want to do is I just want to like go outside and around, you know,
Exactly.
exercise, be with the boys, you know, just
Yeah.
relax. And it's like that's worse when you're like in middle school too, you know. You just want to run around. Elementary school, you want to run around. Maybe locked up in that bitch, you know, just sitting there.
Yeah.
It
For
just
sure.
like ruins you, you know. It's just not right.
You go from recess all the time, having kind of fun at school, at recess.
And it's like
and
you're not
shit.
even taught anything.
Yeah.
You're not taught anything normal, and then when you point that out, or like, useful, I should say,
They get defensive.
yeah, they get pissed off. I've had teachers just yell my ass out because I'm like, I can't use this. This is a load of shit, you know?
Yeah.
You also
It's
think
like-
that's fucked is like if you like voice your opinion in any way that's not like the right way to do
Oh,
it, then they
yeah.
get just fucking
Oh yeah,
pissed.
if you don't go along with like their narrative and what they like their school, like yeah, they get mad.
Exactly, it's fucked. It's
Like
like
I remember fucking in chemistry,
yeah.
like one guy was just talking about how like he just doesn't really care about the subject, you know, he's not gonna be in chemistry at all.
Exactly.
He's like, I'm gonna graduate high school, I'm gonna work construction with my family, that's what I want to do with my life, you know?
Yeah.
Mhm.
And the teacher just got fucking pissed at him.
Really?
He's like, you're not putting your effort into this class, you know? It's like, dude, it's like, why you need to learn that shit?
Yeah, you're being
It's
a
like-
construction
Exactly,
worker.
yeah.
Like
I
you're
It's
not
like,
gonna have
what's wrong with that shit, you know? That's if I,
I
like,
feel
what
like-
makes you happy, you know, go for it.
I feel like everyone would be a lot happier if, like, in high school, like, these required classes weren't a thing. Like, there's definitely, dude, there's gonna be people that want to take those
Yeah.
and use them in their futures.
But not
But-
that many.
There's a lot of kids. There's some kids that are like, I literally know I'm never gonna need to use this.
Yeah.
I know what I want to do when I'm older. I'm not gonna take.
like
this.
how many people are solving algebra? Like the only way you're gonna solve an algebra equation is if you're a math teacher. To be honest.
You're like, yeah, engineer.
They're
oh yeah,
fucking-
an engineer or
Yeah,
anything
like,
like,
like
that.
the shit that they teach in math, it's like you have to, someone has to teach her like, like what kind of job would use this, and she was like, she couldn't answer the question.
Yeah, right.
She didn't know about it. It's
Yeah,
like-
I almost feel like I'm getting taught to be a teacher sometimes.
Yeah.
And it's just a cycle.
Yeah,
of
it's like the only way you're gonna use most of the information is if
It's
you
just
become a
load of
teacher.
crap, man.
yeah.
For real. Like honestly, like our anatomy teacher, I don't think she knows what we're talking about. I think she
No.
just gets
She definitely fucking doesn't, bro.
she like gets like shit off the internet and just teaches that. Like
Yeah.
only way
Yeah.
she didn't go to school because like if you're gonna go to school to be an anatomy teacher, like you're like it doesn't make any sense because you're gonna have to like take all these anatomy classes and pretty much have like a PhD to teach this. But like I don't feel like she did that at all because like
No,
No.
dude. She
I've
must've-
asked her questions like
Oh,
legitimate
everyone has.
questions and like she does not know the answer
She
to
just
it.
No,
she
dude.
Googles them.
She always goes, yeah, I think so.
Yeah,
Yeah,
exactly.
Bullshit,
Like
dude. It's such
I'd be like,
bullshit.
oh, does the humerus connect to the ulna and the radius?
Dude.
And then she'd be like, oh, I think so.
Dude, I can just totally tell she's not passionate about her job. She's just trying to get by, you know. I mean,
I don't know if she's not passionate about it. I just don't think she knows exactly what she's talking about. Because, like, I kind of want to be, like, a physical therapist, right? So I'm,
Yeah.
like, need to know this shit, right?
exactly.
And, like, she does not know what the fuck she's talking about. She just fucking
Yeah.
Googles, like, PowerPoints about the fucking human body
Yeah.
and then just goes with it.
Yeah, dude. It's kind of a shit show if you think about it.
I think so many teachers recycle information, too.
Mm-hmm.
Oh yeah, for sure.
It's like, and what's sad to me is like when my dad was in high school,
Yeah.
Mhm.
like he's telling me like after his freshman year, like he didn't have to take math or anything, right? And my dad wanted to be a farmer his whole life, you know, so just what he was. But like when he was in high school, like they had all these classes on like fucking trades and shit, like welding, plumbing, you know, all that
Yeah.
shit. Like those are nice fucking jobs, dude. You know that? Like
Yeah.
you can get sponsored from the government, like a full ride. Starting pay is like 70 grand, you know?
Yeah.
Just from doing your fucking trade, you know, you have your own business,
Exactly.
you move up the ranks. And like they don't teach that anymore. Like that's a job where like you can't get fucked over. Like robots can't go to your house and fix your fucking toilet.
Exactly.
That'll never happen.
Yeah.
Like robots can't, you know, like fix a fuse box or something, you know?
Exactly.
And like they don't teach that. They'd rather teach like useless fucking shit
They'd
rather
rather
than like
teach us
anything
algebra.
useful.
That's what I think is crazy that like robots are like totally taking over like assembly shit and like people have to be way smarter to like fix those robots. And like you really only need like one person to fix those robots. You don't need like a thousand people. So like robots are like taking away jobs and shit.
Yeah.
Hey, dude.
And then like I don't like the agreement or the argument with like, oh yeah, they take away jobs, but then they make jobs that are or they make jobs because you gotta fix those robots. Like only smart ass people know how to fix robots and like some of the people like they need the jobs.
Dude.
Right.
It's kinda like a liberal way of thinking about it, I think.
Yeah.
But like
Since we're being recorded right now, I just want to spit this out. The demand for coding,
yeah.
they gotta, like, that should be definitely more important. Like, they should be teaching that more than anything else in school, in my opinion. The demand for coding and shit is going way up. Way up, dude. Like, the demand is so much. And
that and like cybersecurity.
Anything
Yeah,
technology,
that's fucking-
honestly.
that's
Like
dude, that's our
graphic
future.
arts, like web designing and shit like that.
Yeah, I know schools are low-key teaching coding here and there, but I think it should be a bigger deal. Like, get kids interested.
Like,
Let
well,
these
I don't know,
kids-
like all the people that run schools though are just dickheads.
Oh, yeah.
Like
for
they're
sure.
like the kid who like likes school and didn't really have like a life, you know.
He probably didn't have any
They didn't have any
friends.
The
dreams.
fuck thing is, like,
Kind of
how our school sits on like millions of dollars, and we
Yeah.
have to drink yellow ass water. You know what I mean?
That's fucked.
That's so fucked. Like,
That's
literally,
I never drink the school's water.
I
I'll
filled
never,
up my
ever.
water
Can we
bottle
sue 'em
and
for that?
barely could see through it. It's fucked.
Can't we, like,
That's
sue 'em
just
for that
that's
shit?
just tap water though. You know all the fucking bad shit that's in tap water, like fluoride and all that shit.
Yeah,
Oh,
like
yeah.
fucking
You know what
lead.
fluoride does to you, man? Good
Fucks
God.
you up, dude.
Yeah, it fucks
That
you
shit's,
up.
that shit's in your toothpaste, right?
That's yeah, but like that's also calcium fluoride, not like sodium
Okay.
fluoride. Yeah.
Yeah.
Sodium fluoride is like they're putting that shit in the water, man. It lowers
Yeah.
IQ. You get fucking cancer and shit from that. It
Yeah.
like it hardens your pineal gland in your brain. That's like what lets you have like vivid dreams and shit.
Yeah.
It like yeah,
Jesus.
it's like fucked, and that's in the water.
Damn.
It's so weird. There's so many, like, things out there that could be fucking us up that we don't really, like,
Yeah,
get educated on. Like, it's kind
like
of fucked.
like or it's even like vaccines. Like
That's-
vaccines in
yes.
school, you're taught like vaccines are so good for you. It's like I worked in a hospital, man.
Yeah.
No, they're fucking not, dude. Those things are not good at all, man. Like those things cause outbreaks. They have like fucking mercury and shit and like metals in that
Yes.
shit.
Yeah,
They
legit. I
cause-
got the flu vaccine, right? And like it did not help. I think it worsened me actually,
Yeah.
because like I got the worst fucking flu. Like
right.
it was so bad,
Yeah,
and like the vaccine's supposed to like prevent that, and it did not prevent that at all.
yeah. And like I'm not saying that like vaccines don't like work. It's like they do, but the like what's happening is like the companies that make them, like that mass produce them, they don't give a fuck, right? They just want profit.
Exactly, dude.
It's like they put all this like propaganda and like fake studies about vaccines in there, and they'll have like fucking like bad, like the wrong strain of disease. They'll have like a bunch of metals in that shit. You know,
Yeah.
they're not like safe, right? You inject your kid with that, you know, you can get him sick, get him
Get
fucking
Asperger's.
autism. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's just like it's just fucking awful, you know. And it's like I was in like a college level biology class,
Okay.
and we had this like, unit on vaccines.
Yeah.
And I was like, you know, like they're not that good. Like they got some serious problems with them that are like pretty bad.
Yeah.
And then like everyone was making fun of it. Like I used to think that too, you know. Like I used to think that like the whole like vaccines cause autism like a huge joke, you know, like some
Yeah,
kind
yeah,
of
yeah.
huge like meme or whatever.
Yeah, exactly.
But now I'm like, oh shit, it's actually true. Like I was wrong about this whole time, you know. And then it's like it's just like scary to think that like they have like the vaccine industry today is pretty much like the tobacco industry in like the 50s, and how they had all this like, oh, tobacco doesn't cause cancer or whatever. They had all this fake studies,
Yeah.
Exactly.
lobbying for it, you know, like big league. It's like the same thing today, but it's like ingrained into like people's minds that they're good and shit.
That's
Yeah.
so true.
It's
dude.
like crazy.
That's such a good
Same, yeah,
comparison.
same
Oh
with
my
like,
god.
yeah, like global warming, like they had that ingrained the
Yeah.
thing, and like people don't like question it, you know, they just like absorb it in school.
Exactly.
Wait, you don't think
They don't
global
like
warming
think
is
about
real?
it. No, it's not.
But like, think about it though. Like, think about like when we were in like second grade, right? And like
Right.
we had so much snow. Like I can't.
It's
think,
just like.
But
It's
like,
just the
and then
Earth
why is there
cycle,
like
though.
no snow now?
It's just like the Earth cycle. You know what I mean?
So
Like,
like, you,
the planet is so old. Like that's what it does.
Yeah.
And it's like, all right, let me put it this way. Okay, like let's say the United States stops all CO2 emissions, right?
yeah,
It doesn't mean shit. Like we're not even that bad. Like China in the third world is way worse.
Yeah.
Like you're
Oh,
never
yeah.
gonna get China to stop their like emissions, and you're not gonna tell some third worlder to stop like burning cow shit.
yeah,
To-
for real.
like he's not. He's gonna keep his kid warm. You know, he's gonna fry that fucking meat or whatever, right?
Yeah, dude.
Like he's not gonna listen to you. He's like, fuck that.
Dude, do you
It's just
remember?
natural.
You
You
remember
know?
China turned all their shit off for the Olympics and it didn't do shit? You
Oh,
remember
yeah.
that? Where they like cut off all the factories and stuff? They're like, alright, we need clearer air up for for the Olympics and didn't.
You ever heard of the Chernobyl?
Chernobyl?
yeah.
Yeah, that shit's crazy. How like
Radiation?
yeah,
I like nuclear power is not good, dude.
you know what's
I'm
crazy?
totally against that.
Yeah, for real. Like you know what's crazy though? Like when Chernobyl blew up, like it like I was reading this thing or not reading. I was watching this video and like he was totally talking about how like Chernobyl was like a bad thing for humans, but like a good thing for like for some wildlife because like in places where like humans can't thrive, like wild animals been thriving there. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And like they have been like no mutations wrong with them. It's just like a new like little habitat for them.
Really.
Jeez.
It's kind of crazy.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, dude, radiation is sketchy as fuck.
And it's like, yeah, you just think about like all these nuclear plants being built, you know?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that's not safe.
And it's like if that gets like fucking bombed or something in a war, you're fucked.
Oh, for real.
Like you're just
That
done.
area-
Like that area, it's like uninhabitable. Like you can't do shit there. They wanna
Yeah,
build
isn't it
these
like
fucking
the
facilities.
Chernobyl's like uninhabitable for like thousands of
Yeah.
years?
No, and the worst thing is like you think about if that fucking radiation gets into the water,
Oh yeah,
you're
yeah.
done. Like that's not good at all. Like then that gets into everything's system and it's just a
Isn't it like
mess.
you like if you're like even exposed to radiation for like the slightest amount of time, you're fucked. You could get like
I don't know,
cancer
actually.
cells.
Could be.
Like you get cancerous cells and shit.
Could fuck up your kid, dude.
Yeah.
Right?
Or what's that like Vietnam where they have like
Yeah.
from all that
3
Agent
arms and
Orange or
shit.
whatever they got
Oh,
this weird
yeah.
shit going on. Yeah.
3 eyes.
Just crazy stuff from all that.
Yeah, fuck.
It's just not good. And that's the other thing is like they want all that shit because it's like green energy or whatever, and it's just a mess.
It's gonna cause more harm in the end.
Or it's like like solar panels. Like you know how much energy it costs to mine those minerals and shit. you know?
Yeah, like those
It's
rare
like,
earth
that's a lot of
elements.
emissions. Yeah.
And it's crazy, like the uranium rods or do they use? Like
Yeah, right.
they like put them in like on they put them underground like when they're like useless,
Right.
but like they're still like so radioactive.
Like it's like don't they have to wait like 10,000 years or something?
yeah, before they like it's even like
before they're like safe or whatever.
yeah, it's crazy.
Damn.
Yeah, dude. All right. Well, I think that's gonna be enough for this episode.
Yeah, this is
This is a decent conversation for the first time. I thought.
definitely.
Yeah, if you like the video, throw up the thumbs up, subscribe for more. If you liked it. If you didn't, you don't have to watch.
All right, thanks
Thank
for
you for-
listening, guys. See ya.
Thank